Andrew, how you feeling?
Get in there, man.
How was your weekend? Fuck all that.
Yo.
Avengers just came out. We both saw it. I saw it 3 times.
3? I thought it
3 times.
I thought it was just 2.
3 times. I saw it yesterday.
Well, I saw it before anybody else got a chance to see it.
You saw it a long time before anyone else.
And that's the only time I saw it.
There are a lot of naysayers, but
It
when
is
I
what it
tell you,
is.
this guy had the whole movie on his Instagram story. So,
Mappy was like, yo, did he get Infinity Stones? And I was just like, yo, should I just tell it? But salute to my boy Joel. He goes to school upstate SUNY Buffalo, and he just wanted everything spoiled. He was just like, yo, bro, just spoil it. I was like, yo, Thanos, he just won, okay? He won.
yeah, man, I saw it 3 times, and I learned something new like each time I saw it.
What did you learn the second and third time? Because I called you after you saw it the first time.
No, you called me after I saw it the second time.
Oh, yeah.
The first time I saw it at the Lowe's in 34th Street.
Yeah.
The Lowe's AMC. And that was a moment. There were people like dressed up, cosplaying. There was a Loki, somebody that cosplayed as Loki, this girl. And I felt so bad because Loki got smoked like
In the beginning.
2 minutes into the movie. So I was like, damn, she spent like, my friend was saying how she spent like 2-3 hours working on that outfit. And
Just get smoked.
just so her.
Oh, fun fact about Loki. After he died, he really died in the first Thor movie when the Bifrost was done, and then Thanos, he revived him. Thanos said something in the beginning saying that this would be the final time this is the last time you get revived or something. But after he played both Thor and Odin in Thor the Dark World, he like of course faked his death, but just for viewers, at the end of the first Thor movie, when Loki was like dropped himself after Thor was hanging on to him, he actually died, but it was Thanos that brought him back to life. Fun fact.
Okay. But he's dead now. He's gone. So
How Thor was on that ship with Rocket. I'm 1,500 years old, but my brother actually died.
Yeah.
But I was like, damn, bro.
the thing is, though, I think, all right, so we're going to go in order from like,
Beginning to end.
beginning to end.
All right, let's do
So right from the jump, to me, all I needed to see was that Thanos wasn't going to be the talkative thug Ultron was.
Oh,
You know what I
God,
mean?
thank God he
Ultron was
wasn't.
like, he lets you know his whole, like, he just talks too much.
That's Stark,
I
but
need
yeah.
action. Yeah, he's a Tony Stark robot. That's what we would expect from Ultron. But with Thanos, I needed hands and body bags. That's what I needed.
He gave you all that.
He gave me
action.
all that in 5 minutes. Like the first 5 minutes of the movie, he caught 2 bodies.
Well, what's his name? Hulk and forgot Amdel.
Amdel?
Yeah, Thor's best buddy.
Oh,
yeah.
Idris Elba.
Yeah, Idris
Okay,
Elba.
yeah.
Yeah, Amdel. Yeah, he killed him, man. First black person to die.
Yo.
First person to die was a black person.
Man, like, and not even that. The thing is like, the movie just started off at like a high intensity, and that just like it set the pace for the rest of the movie. We were like, okay,
Hell yeah.
Thanos is about that action. He's ready. Like he is ready for whatever's about to go down. Like he has 2 stones. First 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, but I wanted to see how he destroyed Xandar. That was one thing because, of course, they say he's on Thor to the.
Because that's the
Guardians.
Nova Corps. Like they're not
Exactly.
gonna just.
And Lando had a theory that was amazing about Nova. Like that's something we get into later. But I just wanted to see how he took it after when Thor was found by the Guardians. He was just like last week he destroyed Xandar. He got the Power Stone. I'm like, where's the footage? But that was just my 2 cents. And Valkyrie. What happened to Valkyrie and Korg? Back at the end of Thor Thor Ragnarok.
I think they all got the smoke.
Yeah, but people are just like, they were nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I was very puzzled by that. But yeah, what you were saying.
I don't know. I feel like Thanos he's probably gonna be the best villain we've seen in a really long time.
He's the villain, that's why.
He's honestly the highest scale villain that we've seen so far.
Definitely, man.
So
the way how he not only
and this is the thing that people aren't understanding.
What's up?
He got the W. Like
Yo,
what villain is really out here getting W's?
Out of all villains from Obadiah Stane to the Dark Elves, from Loki, from even Squidward.
Yo, Squidward. Smoke.
Yo, Thanos was the only person, and I was pissed. I know you said go in order, but just jumping to the end real quick. Thor should have aimed for the head. I was thinking about it.
Even if he did, I don't even think
Stormbreaker, bro, has a freaking blade. Just cut this dude. He aimed for his chest. Homeboy's like, yo.
I don't know, man. I think I like how it ended, but at the same time, I liked how it ended because I like Thanos.
I love Thanos.
The way the movie ended, it was just like, nah, we can't do it like this. We can't end like this. Like, the experience was different for the 3 different movies I went to. Like the three theaters I went to. I went to the one in AMC, the AMC in 34th Street. I went to the second time. I went to one in Queens, Linden Boulevard. I was supposed to meet up with Avery to watch it.
Yeah, you guys went to separate theaters.
Yeah, we ended up going to separate theaters. Bad communication, but the last time I saw it was at Battery Park, right?
Yeah.
And that was on a Monday. It was like a Monday, like 2-3-ish, you know?
Yeah.
So the first time I saw it, I feel like that's when like the serious like comic heads were out and that like they saw it. Like that was Thursday night. Like like one of the first releases that they had for the movie, or the general release, not the special Andrew secret behind the scenes release. But that when I saw it then, it was like everybody in the crowd caught every single like
Easter egg,
every little Easter egg, every little, even from like the previews when they were doing the Jurassic Park commercials.
Yeah.
And we saw what's his name, Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Everybody was just going insane.
On Jurassic World?
Just to see him, because that that's what's his name, just from like
Star-Lord. Yeah.
Yeah, he's Star-Lord. So just from that, so it was like a different atmosphere in each movie theater I went to.
Now, but one thing when I called Lando, I think this was Saturday night, I was just like, yo, you saw it? He's like, of course I saw it. I was like, but Black Panther. He's like, yo, people threw their popcorn, cursing.
That was the second theater I went to. People were pissed because at first, this was the thing, right? Everybody thought like once he snapped his fingers, and then he got teleported into the like
spiritual plane.
Yeah, wherever the hell that was, right? And you see Baby Gamora.
Yeah.
They thought it didn't work, so they're like,
you played yourself.
You played exactly. You played yourself. Ha, stupid. But like the thing is like, right after that scene, that's when Bucky drops. He's like, Steve, and just drops, and everybody just shut up for like that. Everybody's like, oh.
Oh, he acted different.
Oh.
Oh, I've been bamboozled.
And then T'Challa this is the thing. This is the thing that pissed me off, yo. T'Challa, we just got him.
Not even 3 months. We got him not even 3 months ago, bro.
We literally just got him.
I thought that it was Okoye that was going to disappear, and then her face looked so confused. That's what we all
thought. Yeah. She probably thought she was going to disappear.
Yeah. As soon as she just T'Challa just left, her face looks like, wait, what? I was like, man. Bro. People in my theater was just like, because I was around just journalists.
No, everybody screamed. Like the first theater I went to and the second theater I went to. The third theater, everybody was like, no.
The theater I went to, where like publishers were just taking notes and critiquing the movie, it was silent. Then you just hear one person just like, fuck.
Damn.
Like, damn, bro. Damn. But yo, we just got him, like Lando said. But one thing with me personally,
I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah. And we're going completely out of order, but fuck it now. I definitely I had like a little tear streaming down when Spider-Man was like, not
Mr. Stark, I'm not ready.
Yo, I was so upset. You have no idea. I was so upset. Like, oh my God, I was so upset.
No, but I feel like with Peter Parker, in the comic book, when Thanos snapped the gauntlet, he was actually in Times Square, and then he started seeing people just dropping off left and right. I know, of course, MCU and the comics are separate entities, but then he was just saying, yo, what's going on? And they was just like, yo, Gwen, what happened to Gwen? And then when I was watching it, I was like, holy cow, because I didn't think that everybody that was on Titan was going to disappear. The only person that was left was Stark. But I was like, wait, Doctor Strange? I thought he had some mystical powers or something like that to prevent that from happening, because he saw like 14 million scenarios. And then I was like, yeah, of course, Mantis and Drax, they could go. You know, they're like B-list Guardians or Avengers.
There was a scene from that like one part on Titan that bothered me.
What scene?
When he used the Power Stone, and it was just like it looked like a Power Rangers scene. Like when he just like he took the Power Stone and he just like waved his hand, and it was just like this big purple wave, and Drax, the what's her name, Mantis, and I think it was Star-Lord. Like it was three of them. Like all three of them just like fell simultaneously. Like that looked like something straight out of Power Rangers. That pissed me off so much.
It's all about the action, but
he can chuck like a dark hole at Doctor Strange, but they're gonna get like just this basic.
Come on,
scene.
Man.
That was like it was
because
like
neither mind, the only person that had a stone there other than Thanos was Doctor Strange, and he knew how to use it.
Yeah.
And what got me pissed that you shed light on, which I had to reflect on, was Scarlet Witch destroying Vision's Mind Stone, and then she's busy talking to Vision.
She's talking to
while
Vision.
Thanos is walking, smoking each Avenger.
And it's like they gave him all the time in the world to have that conversation. Like he's not like 2 feet away from them.
Exactly. And then I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, Scarlet Witch, you had the capacity to do a lot of damage. Okoye was just like, yo, why the hell was she up in the lab while she could have been right here in front of the battlefield, literally helping us out? And the fact that Captain America and Black Panther was dipping to the front lines.
That was the best, like the best scene from that whole war fight. Like when
they were racing everybody, each other. Ipombe,
Wakanda forever. And like literally, you just see Cap and Black Panther just like dip. Like, fuck it.
Yo, my friend was just like, yo, Cap looked like he never fought a villain before. Saw a villain. Like, yo, come on, Pete.
Nah, they looked like they were ready for that action. They were.
But Scarlet Witch, she could have made so much damage instead of those Land Rovers that came through into Wakanda. I'm just like, yo, girl, I understand your man is about to be like killed and whatnot, but I knew Thanos was going to use the time gem, the time stone, to reverse the damage. So I'm like, it's too late.
I'm not even gonna lie. I kind of wanted I wanted Scarlet Witch like to just I knew people were gonna die in this movie, and I wanted her to be like one of them. As fucked up as that sounds.
Damn, man.
And let me explain. Okay. Let me explain, everybody. Let me explain right now.
Go ahead.
She is part of like this weird storyline that the MCU has created. Because technically speaking, she's supposed to be like Magneto's like daughter, yeah. And I'm glad what's his name? Pietro already died. Quicksilver, yeah, Pietro. He died like in like the first movie, because like that it's like a weird storyline to me. You know what I mean? And I know since they're here, like it's not like they're gonna rewrite everything. You know, like we'll finally get to see like the Magneto, like the X-Men, Avengers crossover.
But didn't you say that Marvel and Fox are gonna be sharing some characters or something like that? So that's a possibility, especially after Avengers 4.
It's a hope. I don't think it's like a guarantee.
Well,
I think what's it called? I think they were in the works of acquiring Century 21 Fox.
Oh shoot!
I think so.
I just feel everybody in the Marvel universe should just come together, like the new Venom movie with Tom Hardy. Yeah. Come on,
but
man.
I think that's supposed to be separate from that.
Yeah, from the Spider-Man. But they said there's going to be some type of continuity with Spider-Man. I don't know what that means, but
I think that the story was like Disney was supposed to. Or Disney was in talks with Fox. I think that's what it was. I think they were thinking about buying them or something. I don't know. I got to check it out and see.
No, of course, but I'm just saying, like, to make the whole MCU universe more impactful, I think Avery will agree with me on this. Everybody should have done what Sony did with Spider-Man. They shared the rights. Sony and Marvel, Disney, whatever the whole 9 yards is, they decided to give Marvel the rights with Spider-Man, bringing him into not just Civil War, but having his own spin-off, and then having him part of the Infinity War. Now, if they did that with Venom, that would have been something. If they did that with Fantastic Four with Fox, that would have been something. And your idea about Fantastic Four after Infinity War, talk about that.
All right. So there's three things that I wanted to discuss, like in terms of like, all right. So one of my boys, shout out to my boy Vic. He was saying how this would be the perfect way how they ended it and how they're about to bring in Miss Marvel. It would be the perfect way to segue into like the Nova Corps, because we already seen like the behind the scenes footage, like the like they have like little pictures floating around on the internet from like the movie
on
it's
set
like,
of Captain Marvel. Yeah.
yeah, on set, whatever. So we already see like the Nova Corps, and at first when he told me like this is exactly how like Nova ends up like gaining all like the strength of like the whole Nova Corps, and he downloads I forgot the name. It's like this computer mind that pretty much stores all the data and like the history of the Nova Corps, all the power, whatever, and they he ends up like just absorbing all that, and he just becomes like this one like strong ass being, right? I think Miss Marvel ends up like because Xandar already got destroyed. It already got like destroyed completely, and he would be like the lone survivor. So with Miss Marvel, if they're gonna do a backstory that leads up to like, or at least includes whatever happens on Xandar, and she ends up coming across Richard Rider, and they link up, and that's how like whatever the story is, and how they end up trying to defeat Thanos, that would be great. That's like one way. To me personally, what I want to see, which will probably never happen, is I want to see them include. They have to include at least one more like intergalactic hero. I know you think Ms. Marvel will be enough. A lot of people think Ms. Marvel will be enough.
The reason why I say that, the reason why I say that is because I feel like since they already had a lot of people for the first Infinity War section, I don't think they're going to make room for anybody else to show another like.
They probably won't. They probably won't. This is just me like just speculating, throwing shit at the wall, whatever.
Oh, okay.
But I want to see like something with like if anything, the Nova Corps would be a great addition to like them just having, in terms of like Guardians of the Galaxy and in terms of like Miss Marvel, like you finally get to see Marvel on like a bigger scale in terms of like all their heroes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because right now we've had all these Dolo movies where it's just like it's still stuck on like Earth, even though the universe itself is huge, and it's like it's hard to like put that on the big screen and like make a movie out of like so many different like little nuances in every story. So I think this would be like the first step. Like after this movie, we can finally start to incorporate like different heroes and villains from all over the universe instead of just
that's
like
what
strictly
I'm saying. Like
on
you see, to build off that point, that's why I'm saying that Marvel should start interjecting some of their superheroes into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is already fighting a villain. We already have a villain right now, Thanos. Of course, that's the big screen. But on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you have Hydra still around. Hydra right now, it's like trying to.
Hydra never dies. Bro.
Yeah, cut off one head. But the thing is,
Hydra.
Yeah, the thing is like right now, Hydra needs S.H.I.E.L.D.'s help and combine together because another alien force is attacking Earth, and that was last Friday's episode. And going off your point, I feel like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has the capacity to push out villains to the big screen because Phil Coulson, he quote unquote died. He got interjected into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after what happened in not Civil War, Winter Soldier. That effect happened right there in season 1 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Nick Fury made a guest cameo in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is like the catalyst, I feel, that'll be able to not only get more ratings, but could set up the MCU in several ways, like you're talking about, different villains from different universes, because they already went to the future. Like, it's hard to like also spoil some things about season 6 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Right now, people don't know if they're going to get renewed or not, but there's a way that they can interject new people and new things into the MCU. They should do it. And also that girl from Thor, the first Thor movie, remember she was a love interest for Thor?
Something Foster, Jane Foster?
No, not Jane Foster. She was also from Asgard.
Oh.
She had like a small shield and whatnot.
Can't remember.
Damn. But I don't know what happened to her. It's like Marvel just killed them off. I'm just like, wait a second. She was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I believe, in season 3. And I was like, holy cow. Like, they're bringing characters from the big screen. Like, of course, second-rate
I think that's
characters.
what it is. Like, what you're saying would make sense, but they started doing it backwards. Like, they started taking characters from the big screen and putting them down, like, into TV.
Yeah.
And making it work. But it would be cool if they could have, like, a back-and-forth thing.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, going off your point, going to different galaxies and different parts of the universe to show how big the MCU is, use Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Use, of course, Netflix is a different thing, like you talked about, because the language and all that stuff, that's messy. But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it's on, like, ABC. Use that to your advantage to build up the MCU. It will feed off of each other.
That's dope.
It's an idea.
That'd be cool. But like, cause the way I see it, if Marvel plays their cards right, they can definitely have like a bigger, or at least more to work with than like Star Wars. Like
Lando.
they would be like on par with like Star Wars. How Star Wars has like, oh, from a galaxy far, far away, and like literally everyone, like if you ask any like Star Wars buff,
Yeah.
like a Star Wars anything, like they can break down to you like all the like hundreds of different of places like that people have been to or like explored in all the movies and the books, comics, whatever. And the thing about like the difference is they have it on the big screen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They have like their entire universe like just there, or galaxy.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised that people feel like TV is dying out. But if you use the right way, if you use TV to feed off of what's happening on the big screen, I'm telling you, TV will have probably like another couple of decades or so, because they use the same thing with what's her name, Agent Carter. Remember Agent Carter, like the first agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., something like that? She had her own spinoff that lasted for 2 seasons and showed how Jarvis got his name. Like literally, that was Tony Stark's butler. That was Howard Stark's best friend. So it's like these little details people need to learn that it builds up to the bigger picture, and bring it Agent what's her name, Agent Carter, from the big screen down, and then in Civil War when she died, then you saw how it affected people in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's like, yo, the founder died. My God, what happened? And I don't know. It just makes perfect sense, because if they're able to bring Nick Fury in season 1, maybe that was just a way to give more hype to the show. I feel like that would be great. Oh, crazy. Even when he asked Sam, "Yo, Sam, you want to go with me?" And he's just like, "I'm more of a soldier instead of a spy." I'm pretty sure Anthony Mackie could have ended up on the show too. So it comes full circle. I don't know. I just get so damn passionate about that, bro.
No, it would make more sense if they did it that way, but
you're right. They went backwards.
They did it backwards. So, but like their way still works too, in a way.
Yeah.
In a way, they can still get it done. The only thing is, it would be perfect if we could just connect like all. It'll never happen.
Like connect what?
Like connect all these different storylines that we get, like the Netflix storyline when you have the Defenders, because like even in the Defenders, and this is kind of off topic from like Infinity War, but like how they reference events that happen.
Yeah, like newspapers.
As it pertains to like the actual like movies.
Yeah.
Like from the first Avengers movie, they refer to that as like the incident.
Yeah.
Or like they would have like those little subtle like Hulk references, or like that big green guy running around or whatever. You know what I mean? It would be better if they could just finally. It'll never happen, like through licensing issues and like just people being stubborn. It'll never happen, but it'd be so cool if we could finally have like an entire universe. Everything is connected.
I feel like it has to be a third party to do that. Like say for example, you're a multi-billionaire, and then you say, "Yo, I will do this out of my own pocket. I'll pay you guys." I think that will.
It has to be somebody that cares.
Yeah, I'm serious.
They'd have to care.
If I was at that stature, I would do it.
Oh, 100%.
Heck, 100%. I would even put it down to DC. I'm like, "Yo, you on your own. Like, you need help."
As an avid member of like the DC support,
they have better characters.
They have great characters. They have everything they need. They're just gonna be.
It's not set up properly.
Yeah, they're just gonna have to take the L for the movies for this era.
For this era,
Marvel is gonna have their era, like which is right now, and like DC, their time will probably come like after like the next.
I think their time passed, because with Christian Bale as Batman, I felt like that was the best Batman, one of the best Batman in our.
At that time, I would put DC over Marvel.
Me too.
Yeah,
because how we
had just from Batman.
Yeah, from Heath Ledger being the Joker, and then we had Tom Hardy as Bane. I'm like, yo, this is great. Until, wait a second, wait, you're not Batman anymore. Of course, a nuke went over the sea or whatever the case is. But like, come on, man. Like,
no, I agree with him not being Batman for the next.
No, I meant like if there was a introduction as I forgot the guy that. Do you watch DC's Legends of Tomorrow?
No.
All right. Do you know the guy that plays on the Atom? I forgot his name.
All
right. Yeah. So he played Superman. I'm not sure if you remember.
In which one?
I forgot the guy's name, but he played Superman in a movie before the current Superman right now.
Which movie?
forgot. Kevin Spacey was the bad guy.
Oh, Superman Returns.
Yeah, Superman Returns. Yeah.
Oh, that movie was trash.
Yeah, it was trash. But I'm saying that if they did a continuity of...
Wait, he plays Adam? That's the same guy?
Yeah, that's the same guy.
Wow.
You see it?
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, if they did what Dawn of Justice did and everything...
Not to cut you off, that's like a complete downgrade, bro. Like,
you go from
Superman to Adam. Damn.
Dang, you did not watch the crossover last season of him and Kara Danvers, because it was... All right, so let me tell you real quick, because I know we're kind of pressing for time, but I forgot the guy's name, but he plays the Adam. And then they made a Superman Return reference because Kara, she's Supergirl on Earth 3. She comes to help Barry Allen, The Flash, Arrow, Legends. And then at the end of the crossover, it was a 4-night crossover, she goes back to her Earth, but before she leaves, his name in the show is Ray. He was just like, wow, she looks like my cousin. I'm just like, oh, because in Superman Returns, of course, he was Superman. Superman's cousin is Kara Danvers. But, yeah, I don't know. But I was like, oh, sure, that's cool. But going back to my main point, if you have the Justice League scenario during Christian Bale's time, you need that guy that played Superman in Superman Returns to be Superman, because there was no other Superman at the time. So I felt like DC's time has passed. Christian Bale was the Batman.
You know what's crazy? They still drop like really, really good animated movies, even though like that's
for animated movies.
People aren't here for it, but like the animated movies are actually like on par with their actual.
Young
movies.
Justice is the only thing I mess with.
I'm telling you right now,
Teen Titans go my ass.
The animated movies are probably better than like their actual movies.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like that's
continuity is like solid. Yeah. Hell yeah, man.
But
back to Infinity War though. Yeah, like more.
So let's go through like the whole thing real quick.
Okay.
So we have like 5 minutes. We're about to run through this in 5 minutes.
All
so
right.
Hulk gets sent back to Earth after he gets
Amdo.
his ass bust by Thanos. Whatever. Right there at that point when Iron Man decided to like
talk about having a kid.
No. Like way after that. Like I'm gonna skip past like the fighting scene, calls him Squidward, whatever. Like all that stuff.
So they're on Titan now.
They're on the ship going to Titan.
Okay.
That decision right there to go to Titan instead of
go back to Earth.
Instead of going back to Earth. Like how do you feel about that?
I think that was the right call because he doesn't want another catastrophe like New York.
He has like a lot on his conscience and stuff like that, but to me, it would have made so much more sense to have both of the stones together in a place where everybody can know like where it is, because
the relay time of communications is off. You're right.
That's the thing. So they didn't know how drastic like this would actually be, which is why to them that decision made more sense. But in retrospect, going back to Earth would have been the best move that they could have done.
I think Earth would have been more,
because if you think about it, Thanos is on track to getting like the other stones, like all 4, right? All 4 out of the 2 from that are on Earth.
But need to remind you, if they decide, say for example, Tony was like, "Hey, you know what? Let's go back to Earth. I'm taking my wife's advice." We would have not met. They would have not met the Guardians.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I felt like the fight
but they still would have, like, the Guardians still would have made their way back to
Earth, maybe. You think so?
I think so, because they still end up bumping into Thor, and if anything, they would probably relay back with each other, and like Thor would just.
I felt like everything would have been like.
It would be a different storyline, but like I'm just like.
No, not the storyline would be different. Like the edits of just the continuity of the movie as a whole. We're gonna be jumping from Titan to Earth because we got to see what the Guardians is doing. And then one half the Guardians meet.
But that's how it was though.
No, I mean like this. One half the Guardians meet Thor, and then though Rocket and Groot, they met up with the rest of them because Rocket and Groot, out of everybody in the Guardians, are on Earth, and they met the Avengers. They're like, oh, we're in Wakanda, we're fighting. Then now you have Star-Lord, Drax, Mantis, Gamora's dead, all on Titan, and they're with Tony, Strange, and Parker. But now imagine that Tony, Strange, and Parker are back on Earth. Then it's just going to be Drax, Star-Lord, and Mantis.
That's what I'm saying. They would probably link up with what's his name?
Who?
Thor, Rocket, and Groot. Or
I don't think so, especially how heartbroken Star-Lord was. 5 more seconds until that gauntlet was off, man.
But remember, they would have never met Thanos. Or at least I don't think so.
No, they found Thanos. They found him. They tracked him down
to Titan. No, they just went to Titan. They didn't know he was going to be there.
No, whatchamacallit?
Because Thanos only went there because that's where Doctor Strange was.
No, No, it wasn't. He told
Squidward. Wasn't he looking for the?
No, he told Squidward,
oh,
go, go to Earth.
Okay,
I'm going to be on Titan. Come back to Titan. So that's why I'm thinking to myself, we need to have everybody, like one half of the Avengers somewhere with the Guardians, and one half of the Avengers and half of the Guardians somewhere else. We need at least 2 teams.
But like once he made that decision, I was like, okay, that's what's going to be the bulk of this movie. Like,
remember, he was cursed with knowledge.
That one dumbass. Well, it was a good decision.
I think
to
so.
him, yeah. But like. That right there, because I would have wanted to see like everybody on the front lines, like not just like I don't know. This is just me being like stubborn and selfish.
Of course, here we
go. Yo, man, like I wanted to see like everybody, but Doctor Strange honestly had the
best action, not just action, but the best cover time.
Cover time and like the best display of like his skill set.
Hell yeah! It showed how much he grew from the first from his own movie.
Chill. And one of the scenes that really like I feel like caught everyone's attention from all the theaters I saw was when it was just him and Thanos and they were just dueling.
Yo,
like magic style.
How that freaking meditation stand, and then he copied himself in several places
with like 30 different hands, just like doing all types of weird gang signs.
Freaking first Hokage. I was like,
yo,
damn, bro.
He's on a whole nother level, bro.
But I was kind of shook though when he went against Squidward, because Squidward's powers itself was in rival to him in a way. So I was just like, how come this skill set wasn't displayed while you're fighting him, you know? And you had your cape of, I forgot the name of the cape, save your ass. So but my favorite thing, really one of my favorite top 3 things was really Hulk not coming out, because Hulk had his time in Thor Ragnarok, so we had to see more Mark Ruffalo. My other was also there should have been more more displayment of Falcon and War Machine working as a dynamic duo.
As a dynamic duo, yes.
Yes, not individually, but as a dynamic duo, because they
had
support.
Enough screen time.
Yeah,
they had enough.
No, but as a dynamic duo, given airstrikes, and my third also is I want to see at least the backup team get some time. You know, like Mantis. She was fully shown.
She had that one scene where like she was the key to getting Thanos to drop that glove.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like certain things like that, you had him and Drax actually paid attention, was just like, yo, I'm actually going by the plan. And that's how they trapped him. But Star-Lord could wait 5 more seconds. Peter had it off.
Yo.
I was like, what? And that's when Doctor Strange, when you open my eyes saying, yo, giving him the stone and telling him to spare life was the only way. So in the next movie,
knew. He saw 14 million scenarios and he knew, yo, I got to give him the stone. As long as you spare Tony's life, Tony's still alive. We have Ms. Marvel coming through like probably, I don't know when the movie drops, probably 2019. Yeah, so we already know he's alive. I don't know if they end up linking up, but I just think we need just one more. We probably won't get it because it's a small time frame.
We're getting 2 more.
And it'd be a limited rollout, but like, yo, if we could just get one more like intergalactic hero, like, yo, Silver Surfer, anyone. I'm just throwing names.
But Silver Surfer is a great person, because you have Galactus. He'll be the new bad after Thanos, and Galactus.
And you can lead into a new Fantastic Four, hopefully.
And X-Men.
Hope to God, because we need Fantastic Four. Like,
hell yeah.
That'd be dope.
I just need everything to fall like in a synchronized way that involves Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't care. Because think about it.
Bring it all full circle to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
No, the reason why I say that, like, to bring it up one last point, remember in Age of Ultron how Nick Fury came with the hover rider? Mm-hmm. That was from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Have you ever thought about where that came from? He was just like, yo, I got,
I might have to check out Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Exactly. That was season 2. Captain America was just like, yo, where did you find that? He's like, oh, I got it from a few old friends. And then that episode that week when Ultron came on, you saw Phil Coulson go into like some room, and then he got like a phone call, and then it was like one of his like subordinates was just like, all right, fire it up, he needs it. And then you see the helicarrier. I'm like, so that's where it came. You see, people be like, oh, it just came out of thin air. No, there's a continuity. Like, come on, man. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has so much damn potential.
So if there's one thing we can take away from this quick 30 minutes of just
banter, just quick banter,
it's watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter.
Carter?
Yeah, that's just 2 seasons of it. But yeah.
All right.
Guys, hopefully you enjoy this episode, but this is just a prelude into the main episode coming out Friday.
By the time you guys hear this, it'll probably be Wednesday.
Yeah.
So, yo, man, there's a lot to talk about. Like, we just ran through it, like, real quick.
This was Spark Notes.
This is just to nerd out.
Yeah, this was just Spark Notes.
Yeah, this is the quick Spark Notes, us speculating, bullshitting, whatever.
Either Silver Surfer, Fantastic Four, because, like Lando said, got Captain Marvel that's overpowered.
We just need one more.
But one last
Captain
thing.
Marvel is strong as hell, yeah, but, like, just give me one more person.
You're right, but one more thing I want to say. The reason why, in my opinion, my theory that me and my mates have, Captain Marvel hasn't been in the the MCU is because she's either out there in the intergalactic world fighting Skrulls in some secret war, or she's, I don't know, probably in a different multi-universe. Like, I don't know. But I feel like when she gets word not just by Nick Fury at the end of the post-credits, but I feel like, as soon as she saw Skrulls, like, vanishing and turning to dust, because this is a whole galactic thing that happened, like people dying across the whole universe. But that's just my take where she is and why she wasn't there. But yeah.
All right, yo. Breaking bread.
Breaking bread.
We out. Tired.